Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting East Coast Honda. And I'm checking out a 2017 Honda Civic in the SI trim level. So in the 2017 year model, they added a turbocharger. So I'm gonna show you everything I can about this vehicle, and we're gonna go on a little test drive. So let's go ahead and check it out. This SI is sitting on 235/40 R18 Goodyear Eagle F1 high performance summer tires, wrapped around 18-inch alloy wheels in a two-tone black with the alloy popping through, giving it the illusion of a thinner spoke. It also has four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated disc brakes in the front and solid disc brakes in the back. The name of this color is Lunar Silver Metallic, and silver to me looks really good with the black trimmings here. Here in the front, it has the gloss portion here in the grille on the top with a bold Honda emblem and the SI in red. The bottom portion is a matte or a flat black. Now the headlights for the low beams are in a projector housing powered by halogen bulbs. High beams, reflector halogens, and the fog lights are also reflector halogens. It also has an LED accent for the daytime running lights. This is what the key looks like as a proximity key system. And Honda's used this actual key design for a while because it is very easy to use, functional, and small enough to where you can carry it around with you. But it's basically designed to where you can just keep it in your pocket and use the vehicle. You don't actually have to take it out. It does have some buttons just in case, the ability to lock and unlock the doors and unlock the trunk, and a panic button. Shall I push the panic button? Let's go ahead and push it. Okay, so it just flashes the lights, beeps the horn. It also has a physical key on the inside, just in case you need that. But generally, walking up to the vehicle, as long as you have the key with you, it can be in a bag, it could be in your pocket, like it is right now. I can lock the doors by pushing this button. It'll lock it up for me. To unlock it, I simply put my hand behind the handle. It senses the key within a close proximity of the door, and it senses my hand position and allows me access to the vehicle. All right, so here's the inside of the passenger door. And since this is a two-door vehicle, you can see the door is quite long. Gives you plenty of room to get inside. So you have soft to the touch here and around your arm, and a cloth material with some red stitching. Soft to the touch all the way up in here. You have a metallic accent there, as well as around the handle. And a storage pocket where you can put some, bottle of water or whatever there. And the handle also kind of serves as a storage pocket because it doesn't go all the way through. Has a speaker there at the bottom. You also have a tweeter speaker right in here. Here's your threshold with no seal plate, or plastic one anyway. Manually adjusted seats in this vehicle, but man, they look nice. Look at that red contrast stitching, maintaining that SI style. You even have the embroidered SI in the back of the seats, and it kind of has a race design seat. The headrest molded in with the seat, and significant bolstering here. Kind of hugs your body without being too intrusive, but it gives you that kind of race car feel, and you're not sloshing around too much in the seats while you're going around the curves. All right, so I'm gonna put all the actual measurements and everything, but just to give you an idea of the legroom here, the measurements will be in the description, by the way. So the floor mat's not in place, but you can see plenty of room. Soft to the touch dash. It also has like a carbon fiber look right in here, accenting the dashboard. glove compartment is smooth plastic on the inside. You have a little pass-through right in here with a power outlet, 12-volt power supply there. So it's designed to where the driver and the passenger can utilize that space. Okay, let's look at the back seat here. So it's really easy to access on this side, the back seat. You can use this handle right here, or you can push this button actually, and so the back passenger can simply use their foot to push this down, like so. And not only does it make the seat go forward as far as the back, but it also allows it to go all the way forward. It releases the seat and then go all the way forward like so. Okay, so here's the back seat area. You can see it has a little bit of a hump there in the center, but it is flat on top. Has the latch system in the back seats. Little storage pockets there on the sides. Here as well. And you can see the legroom. With that seat all the way back, the legroom is not all that, you know, huge, but it does give you a back seat when you can, you know, use it in a pinch. But all you have to do is compromise a little bit of space in the front, and you can give some more space in the back. Now those seats will fold down as well, giving you more space in the cargo area, which we'll see in a minute. Okay, let's take a look at the back of the vehicle. You can see it has a little shark fin antenna in the very top, matching the color of the vehicle. You have your third brake light right in the glass here. And check out the spoiler. A little bit of space there between the trunk lid and the spoiler itself. The underside of the spoiler is black and the top portion is body colored. LED taillights back here. Hopefully I'll be able to do a night video soon. But don't hold your breath. It's usually those are done in the winter time when it gets dark earlier. But I would love to see this thing at night. So the backup camera is right in here, a little bit offset right there, and it has a single exhaust right here in the center, looking sharp, surrounded by some chrome. Okay, so let's look in the trunk area. Like I mentioned, I'm going to leave all the volume, sizes, space, cargo's volume, and passenger space and all that stuff in the description. But check it out. I mean, for a vehicle this size, this is pretty surprising to me, the amount of space they're able to kind of squeeze in. They try to go as far as they can on the sides. Just try to give you as much room as possible. Now these are the floor mats here and the front tag in case some people need that. And it has a cargo mat back here, which is nice. Underneath all that is a little storage compartment back here. And this actually lifts up like so. And it has a tire inflator kit and little storage spaces around. Let's lift this up and just see what's underneath. So that's part of the structure of the vehicle, but it does look like there's a place to actually get a spare tire if that's what you would like. But this one in particular just has the tire inflator kit. So if you need some more cargo space and you don't have any backseat drivers, all you have to do is pull these handles there and there, or one or the other, or both, and you can lower the back seats. So it's a 60-40 split. You have the smaller seat here on the right and the larger seat on the left side. So that way you can put down one or the other and add to your cargo space while maintaining some passenger space back there if you need it. Fuel doors on the driver's side, and check it out, it's lockable. It's actually locked right now, and you don't have to pull a lever or anything to unlatch it. You simply just unlock the vehicle. You can use the key, or you can use the button on the door there. But once you unlock the doors, you're able to access the fuel door. And another cool thing is there's no cap. So it's the capless design here. So that way you can pump the gas without getting your hands dirty, and you don't have to worry about a cap getting in the way or being too loose and turning your check engine light on. It makes it so much easier. Another neat feature about this vehicle, if you lock the doors and then they're locked, if you push the unlock button but you don't access the vehicle within 30 seconds, it will relock the door. So that way, if you accidentally push the unlock button in your house or somewhere, or as you're putting the key in your pocket as you're walking away or whatever, it's going to relock itself if you don't access the vehicle within a certain amount of time. Okay, let's start it up. Everything's dark right now, the gauges, the screen. But as long as you have the key inside the vehicle, it can be in your pocket or whatever, in a bag. You just have to, this is a manual transmission, so we're going to push the, and hold the clutch, we're going to hold the brake, and we're going to push this button. Okay, so here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat, and there's a little spot here for the floor mat to hook in place in two places, little clips right here. There's your accelerator, brake, and clutch pedals, and a sporty look right there with the raised grips there as well. And behind all that plastic is a footrest too. Nice big one. Okay, so let's take a look under the hood. To open the hood, there's a latch a little bit to the left of center here. So there's your center line, you just reach in. It's more on the bottom. You pull it over and lift up. You can see it right there. It's not sticking up too far, but you can feel it if you know right where it is. And it requires a prop to hold the hood up. And there's two places you can put the prop. Here is your normal spot, but if you want the hood way up high, you can put it in this lower position. Okay, let's take a look here at the engine bay. Now I put it in the prop in that low position, so look how high that hood goes. Completely gets out of your way, so you can see all in there. Okay, so it has an insulated firewall there in the back. Your battery is insulated, and your strut towers are kind of braced into the ace body structure here. Okay, so you have a 4-cylinder engine, front wheel drive, so it's an inline 4 going this way, and it has a limited slip differential here in the front as well, and it's paired to a 6-speed manual transmission. So the intake manifold is here on the left side. You can see the plastic here, plastic intake manifold. The exhaust is out of the front, and then the heat channels underneath the vehicle. And the actual turbo is on this side with the exhaust, because the exhaust pressure helps spin the turbine. Now you'll notice that the air intake, as far as the air coming in, and the sensors and all that stuff is on the exhaust side. So sometimes people get confused. This is the fresh air coming in, it gets boosted by the exhaust pressure, and it's sent over to the intake on the other side. Okay, so here's the inside of the driver's side door. It's just like the other side really, except for it has a few more buttons. So your power window controls are here, one touch down and one touch up. For both sides, door lock controls are here, and then your side mirrors are adjusted with this little pad. You just pick a side, left or right. So both seats are manual, but the driver's seat, they have a height adjuster here, so you can go higher or lower just by using that lever. Check out these seats, looking sharp. Okay, so right in here is the traction control off. If you need to spin tires, you can turn the traction control off if you need to. And it has a tilt and telescoping steering column, and the lever is way down in here. So way down here, you just pull that forward like so. And then that way you can lift it up, get it in the position you want. It goes in and out, up and down. And then once you have that perfect position for you, then you just push it to lock it in place. But you can see how far it is down there. So you may not think it has the adjustment, but it does. It's just down here a little ways. So let's go ahead and start taking a look here on the inside. Check out that dashboard. You can actually see the carbon fiber, simulated carbon fiber a little bit better now, I think, because of the lighting condition. It goes all the way across here. There's a little section there, and it finishes off right there. Plenty of leg room. See my knees, and I actually put my legs completely straight out. I have the seat too far back, a little bit further back than what I would need to drive, just to kind of demonstrate, and also so I can film a little bit better. So let's go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. It's a leather wrap steering wheel with the stitching there on the inside in red, kind of going with the SI theme, the red and black theme here. Has some grips there at the top, and it's a smooth leather. So you see this simulated leather texturing here in the center. It doesn't have that. You can see it's quite smooth, but it's not slippery or anything. You can grip it quite well. Soft to the touch as well. Just a really high quality and comfortable steering wheel. Cruise control is here on the right side, and here on the left side is your voice recognition, your Bluetooth controls, so you can answer in calls and make calls. You also have the ability to go through different screens here. I'll show you all these in a second. This is for the screen between the gauges, and this one is for another thing. Now this right here is for your volume. So it's simple. You push the button, so it actually pushes the button, and you can kind of feel it as it clicks, as it's going up and down on your volume. So it's not the type that slides or anything like that. Okay, so pushing this button allows you to cycle through these main icons here. So if I push this button and it cycles through, so your phone, you can change from kilometers to miles. This will be for your brake and your boost for your turbo. So we're going to kind of cycle through here. Let's go ahead and start here on the radio. So we'll rest on that, hit this enter button here, and it brings us into this screen. And we have the ability to change, of course, the volume, but also we can change through radio stations going left and right. So if we go left and right, we can cycle through that. If we go up and down, it changes the audio source. So we can go to satellite radio, AM, FM, like so. Okay, let's go ahead and push the button again, and outlet goes back to this main icon screen. Goes into the phone. We don't have a phone paired, but once you have one available, it will give you some information there, like caller ID and things. Kind of zoom in a little bit, so that way you can see it a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, so let's go back to this main menu screen, and let's go right here. This is pretty cool. So right now it's showing the brake. So as I push the brake, I'm pumping the brake right now. So I push it, so you can see it actually gives you the pounds per square inch times 100. So that would be 500, 800, 1,000 right there. So as I push the brake, it gives me that meter, how much brake pressure is actually showing up. That's pretty awesome. Also, you have the boost pressure on the other side. So as I give a little bit of pat the accelerator, it gives us the boost pressure. So as we drive, it'll be more relevant. Just sitting here is not going to be a big deal as far as the turbo. All right, so let's push the button. Let's go here. So now it's just emphasizing the turbo, and we also have a little bit of numbers here. So we can have the vacuum of the intake there is -9 pounds per square inch. So we go give a little bit of fuel, pat the accelerator, and you can see how it cycles through there. And of course, sitting here idling is not going to be a big deal, but we'll get it out on the road soon. All right, so let's go to this next one. This is going to be your, as you drive, your trainer as far as giving you the fuel economy that you want. So as you drive, it will change colors and give you some information there. We'll check that out while we're driving. All right, G-force meter, awesome. So as you're driving, you'll be able to see the G-forces, braking, accelerating, and turning. There's a stopwatch, so you can time yourself, lap timer and all that stuff. And the fuel economy, range, all that stuff. Oil life is here, and then it goes back to your radio. So it's kind of a quick rundown of the screen there as far as the little options, but you can see there's a digital speedometer in the center, and then you have the RPMs there on the outside, which is nice, in red and black, that maintaining that color scheme. On the left side is your engine coolant temperature. On the right side is your fuel gauge, and then you can reset your trip there, a little button. Windshield wiper controls are on the right. Now your turn signal is here, and it also has your headlight controls. So you can turn on your headlights, automatic parking light and off. And this is your fog lights. It also has a button on the end. It actually works two ways. You can push the right arrow, right turn signal on, and when you do that, let me turn it off for a second. See the screen? When I put the right arrow, it gives me an actual view of my blind spot on my right side. So there's actually a camera just on the underside of that side mirror, and it gives you a view facing that way. So that way I can completely eliminate the blind spot. I can actually see what's there. So I can put my turn signal on to turn it on, or there's a button on the end, and I can just turn it on to look, see if there's a car there before I start turning or something like that. All right, so there's the start button, we saw that. Full way flashers are up here. So let's take a look at the center stack, starting with the touch screen. So you have some soft touch buttons here on the ends, and then you have the touch screen itself. Now this is the home screen right here, and you have some options. You can also, it's kind of like a cell phone where you can slide it and add to your apps. You can go into your audio. You have your presets there at the bottom, and information as far as what's playing. And you'll notice that the clock maintains that position, so that way your eyes can find it. Also, your climate control temperatures are there. Let's go back home, and let's go to your phone. Nothing's paired. See what it's going to show. Not going to really show anything, but once you pair it, you'll have access to your recent calls in your phone book and be able to send and receive calls. Let's go to the info screen. So this is where you can go into a trip computer. Now you notice the background, you can actually change the wallpaper. Right now they have the East Coast with the clock there, but you can actually change the wallpaper and have like a picture or whatever there. And you can do it right in here. Change clock, wallpaper. You can go in the trip computer. See, there's some information there. Alright, you can also go into Hondalink. Now this is an app. Let's get and cancel that, because it's an app that you would pair your cell phone with and give you more features on your cell phone. Alright, go to settings. Bunch of settings in this vehicle, so we're just kind of see what's there. So you can pair your smartphones, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. And speaking of smartphone, there's your smartphone connection, and basically you can have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Now you do have to take the phone and actually plug it in. It doesn't work through Bluetooth. And you basically, there's a place right here, and there's a place for wires to go through this little pass through, and a place for wires to stay right there. So if you have a wire pulled through and you unplug it, it's not going to fall through because you have a little holder right in there. And this is rubberized, so your cell phone doesn't flop around or anything. And down there is your USB input. So this will charge your phone, but also give you access to those Apple CarPlay and Android Auto features. And of course, there's a little shelf right here for putting some stuff. Okay, so right in here, you can actually pull up a browser. There's a calculator. It's basically like an Android phone here. Download different apps. You can go into a gallery, look at pictures, choose the one you want for your wallpaper, and you can also do a Google search right there. Isn't that awesome? You can change the audio source. You have AM, FM, satellite radio, Bluetooth, USB, all those different options here. Pandora, lots of different ways of playing the music through the sound system. There's your volume right here, so it doesn't have a physical knob, but you can just push right here or on the steering wheel. And on certain screens you can pop up more information using this menu or go back out of that screen. Okay, so your climate control is actually pulled up by pushing this button, and you can turn it on and off. There's choose where you want the air to blow, and then your fan speed is on the screen. But your temperatures are here. It's a dual zone, driver and passenger, so you can turn the knob and adjust the temperatures for the driver or passenger, and it will show up right here. So as I turn this knob, it's going to adjust it right there. Recirculate the air. We can turn the climate control on and off. You have front and rear defrosters, and the rear defroster will also turn on your heated side mirrors. You have a 3-stage heated seat here in the front for the driver and the passenger. All right, leather wrapped shifter for the 6-speed manual transmission. Looking pretty nice with the black and the red. You also have the red lettering here. So I'm going to push the clutch, and let's go ahead and put it in reverse. And it pops up the backup camera. So the backup camera right now, this view is very wide angle, so you can see all around. You have another view here, this more linear, more straight. And then you have more of a top-down view, so you can see directly behind the vehicle. And it basically uses the same camera. It just changes the distortion to give you in different places where it's showing you. This is probably generally the most useful as far as backing up, because you get the best visibility. You just have to be aware of the distortion around the ends there, because it is a wide angle view. All right. So there's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6. Actually, 6 is right there. I'm used to a 5-speed, and then you go way over here for the reverse. Okay, so this has the brake hold feature. So as you're sitting at a stoplight or in traffic or whatever, as you stop and hold the brake, if you have this on, it'll allow you to release the brake, and it won't let you roll until you start to go, and then it'll release. Your parking brake, since this is a manual transmission, you want to make sure you engage this properly. To engage it, you pull up like so, and you'll kind of feel it in the pedal as it engages, and you'll see a little indicator here letting you know that it is engaged right there. To release it, you have to hold the brake, and you can push this down, and you can feel it in the brake releasing, and also the actual indicator will go away. So pull up, engage. That's the main thing. You have a sport mode too, so you can turn sport mode on or off, and I think when we go on a test drive I'll leave that on, so that'll be nice. Alright, so right in here you have some cloth surrounds, kind of comfortable Has an armrest. This goes forward and back. You also have some cup holders. Now this can slide forward and back. That also can be removed. You have this little area in here. You notice how far it goes down for, like, say, a really tall cup or a thermos or whatever. And then of course you can use that. This is actually removable. You can take that out. You can also take out or move this little tray right here. So you have these little tray, cup holders, all that stuff. And then this portion actually lifts up, giving you more access to this compartment and all the little slidey things going around. So there's some room there in the front. Let's move everything to the front so you can see the back now. It's kind of dark, but goes in there quite a ways. It's a rubberized portion there at the bottom. So that way, and it's actually a little removable rubber floor there that you can pull out and clean and put it back in. Let's take it out actually so you can look at it. Yeah, this one has, they still maintain a little Easter egg here on the bottom with the Honda Jet, the race car, and the motorcycle on the bottom of the little mat that goes down in there. That's pretty neat. All right, so continuing on, the rearview mirror has a manual day and night mode. You have your interior tap lights. You have the ability to turn on your interior lights with the door. So as you open up the door, you can have that feature on or off. And this is for your sunroof. We'll get to that in a second. The visors have mirrors in them. Same thing on this side. It has a mirror. Okay, sunroof time. So the sunroof has this shade that covers 100% of the light. There's your dome light, which you can turn on and off. So let's go ahead and slide this back and vent it up a little bit. Close it. We can also open it. Okay, looking at the visibility in the back. So this is has the wing back there, but check it out. You have little windows helping out with the blind spots, and not too bad at all. I thought the that wing was going to get in the way, but not really. Of course, you have the backup camera and also that camera that looks in your blind spot on your passenger side, which helps out a lot. All right. So the 2017 Honda Civic SI. I've been waiting for this thing for a long time to check it out, and here it is. So thank you for watching. Thank you to East Coast Honda here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for allowing me to check out an awesome vehicle, and I'll see you guys next time.